Your dog has a bowl, a very good bowl, a bowl full of fresh, clean water that you filled fairly recently, and your dog has walked past that bowl, considered it, and then proceeded to drink out of your glass on the coffee table with the expression of someone who has made a considered decision and finds it satisfactory. The water is the same. You know the water is the same, and yet your dog has strong opinions about this. Welcome to Hidden Paw Signals. Today we are going into the glass preference situation because the explanation involves sensory biology and social bonding in equal measure, and it is one of the most charming things your dog does once you understand why. Subscribe now, because this one is going to make your dog's water preferences make complete sense. Let us start with the most biologically grounded explanation, which is temperature and freshness. Water temperature significantly affects its scent profile, and dogs, who use their nose as a primary tool for evaluating everything they consume, are sensitive to the difference. Research on palatability factors in canine water consumption has noted that dogs show preferences for cooler, fresher water over warmer, stagnant water under controlled conditions. Water sitting in a bowl in a warm indoor environment will gradually warm and may accumulate a slight scent profile from the bowl material, from the environment, and from any dust or particles that settle into it over time. Your glass of water, which you likely poured more recently, may be cooler and may have a cleaner scent profile from your dog's perspective, particularly if it is a glass rather than a plastic or certain metal bowl material that can retain and transfer odors over time. Your dog may be making a rational palatability decision. The glass genuinely might be better from a sensory standpoint than the bowl you set out for them 3 hours ago. Your dog does this too, right? Is it specifically your glass or any human drink vessel that gets left accessible? Drop it in the comments, because the specificity tells us something about the motivation. The social scent dimension is probably the more significant driver in most households with owner-dog pairs. Your glass carries your lip contact, your scent, and your recent chemical signature in a way that a bowl designated as the dog's bowl does not. Research on owner scent-seeking behavior in dogs has consistently found that dogs show preferences for items associated with their primary attachment figure, and this preference extends to consumable items when the associated scent is present. Drinking from your glass is, from your dog's perspective, a form of proximity-seeking behavior and social affiliation behavior. They are accessing the object most associated with you that is currently available. It smells like you, it has been touched by you, and consuming from it is the closest available physical contact with your presence in the current moment. This is the same underlying motivation that produces the sock-stealing behavior and the spot-stealing behavior expressed through the drinking behavior. Is it a health risk? From a practical standpoint, most dogs and their owners share sufficient microbiome overlap from close living that the glass sharing is not a significant health concern in either direction in normal circumstances. There are specific disease situations where you would want to keep water sources separate, and your vet is the right resource for guidance on that if you or your dog have any active health concerns. In the typical healthy household with a healthy dog, the glass sharing is primarily an aesthetic and preference issue rather than a health one. What you can do if you prefer your dog not drink from your glass is to keep a separate, very fresh, cooler water source in a location close to your usual sitting spots and refresh it frequently enough that the scent and temperature profile remains more appealing than your glass. Adding ice to your dog's bowl often significantly increases how interesting they find it, and placing it closer to where you spend your time addresses the social proximity dimension of the glass preference simultaneously. Does your dog also drink more readily from moving water sources like a pet fountain than from a still bowl? This is related. Moving water has a consistently fresher scent profile and cooler temperature, and dogs who are particularly sensitive to water palatability tend to drink significantly more from fountains than from bowls, which have real hydration benefits worth knowing about. Your dog drinking from your glass is not disrespect. It is a combination of sensory preference for fresher, cooler water and social preference for something that smells like you. Both motivations are completely reasonable once you understand the biology behind them. There is a material science dimension to this that is genuinely worth knowing for anyone who uses plastic bowls for their dog's water. Plastic bowls absorb and retain odors in ways that glass, ceramic, and stainless steel do not, and this includes both the ambient odor of the environment and any residue from the water itself. A plastic bowl that has been used for any length of time develops a scent profile that is measurably different from the water it contains, and for a dog whose nose is the primary evaluation tool for everything they consume, that scent profile affects palatability. Research on hydration behavior in domestic dogs has found that bowl material is a meaningful variable in how much water dogs drink, with some dogs drinking significantly more from stainless steel or ceramic bowls than from equivalent plastic bowls, and pet hydration researchers have noted this as a practical consideration in managing water intake for dogs at risk of underhydration. If your dog consistently ignores their bowl in favor of any other water source, including your glass, evaluating and possibly changing the bowl material is a practical first step worth trying before concluding the behavior is purely social. Does your dog's water bowl preference change with the bowl material? This is easy to test, and the answer is practically useful. Beyond the bowl material question, the freshness variable is the other biggest lever available for dog owners who want to manage their dog's hydration. Refreshing water multiple times daily, particularly during warmer periods or after exercise, maintains a scent profile that is more appealing than water that has been sitting since morning. Some dogs will drink significantly more simply because the water is fresher. Hydration matters for your dog's health in ways that are not always obvious. Adequate water intake affects kidney function, joint health, and energy levels, so taking the factors that influence how much your dog drinks seriously has real health implications. Your glass is one of those factors. Now you know why. The most actionable thing to take from the glass drinking behavior is the hydration angle, because adequate water intake is genuinely important to your dog's health, and the factors that affect how much water they drink have real consequences. Dogs who prefer their owner's glass to their own bowl are often dogs who are more particular about water quality and freshness than average, and for those dogs, small changes to the water experience can meaningfully increase their daily intake. Freshness, temperature, bowl material, and location all matter. Trying a ceramic or stainless steel bowl placed near your usual sitting area, refreshed multiple times daily, will address the main variables that make your glass preferable. Many owners who make these changes report their dog starts ignoring their glass entirely, not because the social motivation changed, but because the water quality gap that was driving the glass preference has closed. Your dog drinking from your glass is telling you something about what they want their water to be like. Listening to that is useful. There is a social dynamic worth appreciating in the glass drinking preference that connects to everything we know about how dogs relate to the objects and spaces associated with their primary person. Your dog does not just want to be near you, they want to interact with the things that are most associated with you, the things that carry your touch and your scent and your recent presence most strongly. Your worn clothing, your side of the bed, your favorite chair, your used glass. All of these are, from your sensory perspective, the next best thing to you when you are not actively engaged with them. The preference hierarchy, from your perspective, goes actual you, things that smell most like you right now, things that smell like you from earlier, things that are in your usual spaces. Your glass is near the top of this hierarchy when you have recently used it, and your dog is navigating that hierarchy with the precision of a creature whose sensory system was built to track this kind of information. The glass preference is the same bond that produces the door waiting, the spot stealing, and the sock taking, expressed through the specific and very relatable desire for a drink of fresh water that happens to smell exactly like the person they love most. When you frame it that way, it is genuinely hard to be annoyed about, even if you did want that water yourself. And just so you know where this comes from, the research on canine water palatability, hydration behavior, and owner scent preference that I am referencing here is published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior and Applied Animal Behavior Science. Those peer-reviewed journals are the foundation for everything on this channel. Just a quick note before you go, everything I share on this channel comes from my own research journey and learning journey. I am not a vet, I am not a scientist, and I am definitely not a certified dog behaviorist. This is just one person going way too deep into dog psychology and sharing what they found. So please, if your dog is showing any serious, sudden, or unusual symptoms, do not diagnose it with YouTube. Go see your actual vet. They went to school for this. I watched videos about it. Those are different things. And as always, this video was produced with the help of artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching Hidden Paw Signals. See you in the next one.